Welcome to The Perspectives of the Bible. As we prepare to embark on today's engaging exploration, we kindly invite you to subscribe to our channel, click that thumbs up button, and activate the notification bell to stay informed on our insightful discussions. These discussions delve deep into biblical narratives and their multifaceted meanings, capturing not only the essence of faith, but also the complexities that often arise within it. Today, we're diving into a truly captivating subject, beyond belief, how skepticism and faith coexist in biblical narratives. Throughout the unfolding saga of history, the intricate relationship between skepticism and faith has often been perplexing and deeply thought-provoking, especially when explored within the rich, multifaceted context provided by various biblical texts. While numerous individuals perceive faith as a steadfast belief in the unseen, the ethereal, and the spiritual realm that surrounds our existence, skepticism drives us to ask challenging questions, actively pursue concrete evidence, and sometimes even challenge the very foundations of what we think we understand and know to be true. The Bible itself, an ancient compilation of diverse writings that has profoundly influenced countless lives and cultures through the ages, presents a complex tapestry where both skepticism and faith can intriguingly intertwine. To illustrate this point further, consider the profoundly thought-provoking figure of Job. Job is renowned for his unwavering resolve as he boldly challenges God regarding the magnitude of his suffering while simultaneously managing to cling to his faith amid life's staggering turmoil. Job's narrative serves as a compelling vantage point. It acknowledges the depth and often profound struggle woven into the very act of believing, particularly when confronted with life's myriad hardships and the silence that frequently follows our sincere pleas for understanding and answers. His story prompts us to contemplate, can doubt and devotion truly coexist side by side in a functional way? Furthermore, we turn our attention to the New Testament, where we encounter Thomas, frequently labeled Doubting Thomas. This disciple questions the resurrection of Jesus, expressing a level of skepticism that is both relatable and human. Interestingly, Thomas's skepticism didn't alienate him from the community of believers. Rather, it served to deepen his understanding and ultimately solidified his faith in a more authentic and resilient manner. This particular narrative encourages us to reconsider the very nature of doubt, inviting us to reimagine it not as a formidable barrier, but rather as a potential pathway toward a significantly more profound conviction and understanding of our beliefs. Within these narratives and numerous others, we glean richer insights indicating that skepticism does not inherently negate faith. On the contrary, it can enrich our understanding immeasurably and help cultivate a genuinely profound connection with the divine and the sacred. Countless biblical characters embrace their doubts as essential components of their faith journeys, showcasing that the act of questioning can lead individuals toward deeper wisdom and enhanced insight into their beliefs and practices. As we traverse this intricately woven landscape, exploring the nuanced and often complex interplay of skepticism and faith, let us earnestly embrace the inherent tension that exists within these biblical narratives. Together, we can delve into how the act of doubting can yield transformative revelations and how skepticism, when coupled alongside faith, can coexist harmoniously as we journey through the labyrinth of belief in our contemporary lives. As we delve even deeper into our rich topic, it's worthwhile to observe how the Bible acknowledges and represents the full spectrum of human experiences, emotions, and struggles. Throughout both the Old and New Testaments, we come across a multitude of characters who genuinely grapple with their doubts while still holding fast to their faith in God amid profound uncertainty. Take, for example, the story of Gideon. He was chosen to lead Israel against their oppressors, yet he earnestly sought multiple signs from God as confirmation of his divine calling and mission. Gideon's repeated requests for tangible demonstrations of divine guidance poignantly illustrate how skepticism can play an integral role in our spiritual affirmations and growth. This recurring pattern of doubt and inquiry resonates throughout the experiences of countless biblical figures, reinforcing the notion that questioning is often an essential part of the journey of faith. As we delve into the sacred scriptures, particularly the heartfelt expressions found in the Psalms, we encounter powerful emotional articulations where believers unambiguously voice their uncertainties, frustrations, and concerns regarding their spiritual paths. In these heartfelt passages, King David wrestles with feelings of abandonment and despair, all while fervently crying out to God for enlightenment and help. These poetic expressions lay bare a deeply intimate relationship with the divine, illustrating that doubt can, and indeed often does, coexist with abundant trust in God's overarching plan and purpose. Furthermore, let's not overlook the significant role that parables play in conveying profound truths through relatable narratives that provoke deep thought and introspection within our spiritual lives. Jesus frequently employed these parables to elucidate deeper realities and insights, inviting his listeners to not just accept his teachings passively, but to engage thoughtfully with them in a critical and reflective manner. This method reflects a delicate balance between faith and skepticism, suggesting that enlightenment and true understanding often arise from grappling with life's inherent complexities and challenges. In today's modern context, we still find ourselves wrestling intensely with concepts of faith, skepticism, and disbelief. Many individuals approach the Bible and its teachings carrying preconceived notions, often shaped by their own unique life experiences and the intricacies of contemporary life. By engaging critically with biblical narratives, we actively confront our doubts while simultaneously seeking understanding in a manner that encourages personal reflection. This can lead to more enriching, engaging conversations around spirituality that are both necessary and transformative for individuals and communities alike. As we continue to investigate these intersections between skepticism and faith, it's important to keep in mind that the Bible is not merely a static text of unwavering beliefs and dogma. Instead, it presents a diverse collection of stories that invite exploration, questioning, and ultimately, a more profound understanding of faith and God's intended purpose in our lives. In joining this transformative journey of spiritual exploration, we must keep in mind the contemporary implications of faith intertwined with skepticism. In an era dominated by scientific inquiry and evidence-based understanding, many individuals find themselves caught in a delicate, often perplexing tension between their traditional beliefs and the skepticism that the modern world continuously fosters. This phenomenon is certainly not new. Throughout the annals of history, the Bible has simultaneously served as a source of unwavering faith and as a text that provokes profound questioning and inquiry. For instance, within the book of Ecclesiastes, we discover the wise teacher who wrestles earnestly with existential questions revolving primarily around the meaning of life, the inevitability of death, and the pursuit of genuine happiness in an often chaotic world. This book stands as a testament to the idea that doubt and inquiry constitute essential components of wisdom and understanding. The candid reflections presented by the author provide a necessary dialogue about real-life struggles and the human condition, fostering the innate quest for understanding, an inclination that deeply resonates with many individuals both historically and today. Moreover, in this age of vast information access, where diverse perspectives and viewpoints continuously challenge long-established beliefs and traditions, believers frequently find themselves confronted with the pressing need to reaffirm their faith and convictions. This dynamic can lead to a resurgence of questions that compel individuals to dissect their beliefs closely and thoroughly. The coexistence of skepticism and faith can act as a catalyst for this self-examination, enabling believers to navigate the complex spiritual landscape that is often present in our modern world. The narratives found throughout the Bible encourage us to reflect critically on our own personal experiences and genuinely question our beliefs without fear of repercussion or judgment. As we traverse these ancient texts, we are reminded time and again that our doubts can shape our faith into something richer, more complex, and ultimately far more profound than initially perceived. This ongoing dialogue between skepticism and belief invites us to explore our spiritual heritage and backgrounds, opening space for our unique questions, struggles, and inquiries. So, as we progress further into our thoughtful discussion, let's remain open-minded and considerate of how these vital themes not only exist within biblical texts, but also echo resoundingly within our own lives today. Join us as we seek to unearth deeper insights and appreciate the beautiful complexity of faith and skepticism interwoven throughout the fabric of the Bible and its teachings. As we further delve into the rich and vibrant narratives of the Bible, we uncover an intricate tapestry of stories where skepticism and faith coalesce harmoniously. Take, for instance, the compelling narrative surrounding the noteworthy figure of Thomas, often referred to in popular culture as Doubting Thomas. Within the Gospel of John, we find Thomas grappling with profound skepticism following the resurrected Christ. His yearning for tangible proof, specifically the desire to touch the scars of the risen Christ, sheds light on an essential aspect of human nature and our universal experience of doubt. This internal conflict between disbelief and faith emerges vividly, showcasing how Thomas's skepticism ultimately leads him into a transformative encounter with the divine. Despite his initial doubts, the pivotal moment arrives when Thomas finally sees and touches the resurrected Christ. This encounter dramatically alters his previous skepticism, transforming it into an impassioned declaration of faith, where he boldly exclaims, "My Lord and my God." This significant narrative illustrates an essential truth for all of us. Faith can sometimes flourish in the very soil of doubt. It invites us to reconceptualize doubt not as an adversary of faith, but rather as an integral element of the journey toward deeper beliefs and convictions that can sustain us through life's challenges. Another compelling example exists within the story of the Israelite prophets. Numerous prophets, including Jonah, openly express their doubts, frustrations, and hesitations in powerful storytelling. Jonah's initial reluctance to heed God's command to travel to Nineveh underscores an honest struggle mingled with fear and disbelief regarding the mission assigned to him. Yet, through his transformative journey, which notably includes being swallowed by a great fish, Jonah ultimately finds restoration and fulfills God's intended purpose for him. This illustrates that skepticism, when wrestled with honestly, can lead to profound growth and understanding as we navigate our spiritual paths. This duality of skepticism and faith is poignantly illustrated in the narrative of Gideon, who continuously seeks reassurance from God through miraculous signs. God's willingness to comply with Gideon's requests demonstrates patience and understanding toward genuine human doubt and inquiry. Gideon's story affirms that questioning and seeking validation are vital components of one's faith journey. Furthermore, it portrays God as an ever-present figure who respects human agency and the genuine quest for knowledge. Hence, through these compelling narratives, we observe that skepticism often serves as a precursor to deeper understanding and enriched faith in one's life. The biblical text does not shy away from encapsulating the raw realities of feeling lost, confused, or doubtful. The Psalms emerge as a deeply meaningful collection of songs and prayers, filled with genuine expressions of doubt and despair. Within their lines, we encounter influential figures such as David grappling with God's presence during troubling times, reflecting the honest struggles intrinsic to faith itself and the complexities of human emotion. This highlights the essential reality that crying out in doubt is just as significant as the moments of unwavering worship and devotion. Such emotional expressions nurture an authentic relationship with the divine, one that encompasses the breadth of human experience, complexity, and the search for meaning. Moreover, the concept of faith portrayed within the Bible is not represented as a blind trust devoid of struggle and inquiry. Conversely, it frequently includes a wrestling match with doubt, uncertainty, and the very essence of what belief entails. The story of Job perfectly embodies this remarkable tension as he traverses through immense suffering and candidly questions God's justice in the face of his circumstances. Job's passionate outcry against his suffering invites readers to embrace doubt as a natural, almost instinctual response to life's inexplicable hardships and challenges. His ultimate restoration stands as a courageous conclusion to the narrative, vividly reflecting that faith can endure and persist amid profound doubt and questioning. We must also bear in mind the New Testament parable concerning the unclean spirit, which vividly illustrates the dynamic interplay between faith and skepticism. In this poignant account, the father of the afflicted child articulates a mixed plea to Jesus, exclaiming, "I believe, help my unbelief." This heartfelt and authentic confession poignantly captures the inner struggle many individuals endure in their spiritual lives. It signifies a clear acknowledgement of human frailty while simultaneously expressing a genuine desire for faith to prevail in their hearts. Furthermore, these narratives resonate deeply with contemporary audiences, reminding us that skepticism is a common thread woven throughout the human experience, even today. Many individuals in our modern world wrestle with pressing questions concerning faith, the existence of God, the reality of suffering, and the myriad paradoxes that life presents on a daily basis. The Bible honors this struggle by presenting its protagonists, be they Job, Thomas, or Jonah, who embody the same uncertainties and doubts we all face. The ongoing invocation of doubt offers us a refreshing and inviting perspective, emphasizing that authentic faith does not demand the absence of doubt. Rather, it accommodates and even invites it graciously. Embracing this complexity can foster a richer and more resilient faith, one that is tested, challenged, and ultimately transformed into something profoundly life-giving and sustaining. Additionally, the biblical narratives present profound insights into how skepticism can act as a catalyst for growth and transformation within the spiritual self. Figures like the Apostle Peter exemplify this transformative journey beautifully. Initially radiating self-assuredness, Peter ultimately falters by denying Christ, an incredibly powerful illustration that even the most steadfast faith can encounter moments of doubt, fear, and struggle. However, Peter's story does not culminate in failure or despair. Instead, it evolves into a pathway leading to deeper faith and impactful leadership following his restoration by Jesus, illustrating the potential for renewal and growth even amidst our most challenging moments. His journey serves as a poignant reminder that failure often acts as the catalyst for profound spiritual growth and transformation within us. Moreover, the exploration of skepticism as a natural part of the faith journey extends to the profound writings of the Apostle Paul. Paul's radical transformation, from being a vehement persecutor of Christians to becoming a foundational figure in Christianity, highlights the intense tension that can exist between one's doubts and sincere faith. His life story embodies an enlightening case study of how questioning one's beliefs can lead to a radical re-examination of one's understanding and an invigorated commitment to one's faith and purpose. The beauty of this coexistence and intersection can also be traced within biblical wisdom literature, particularly within the book of Ecclesiastes. The author grapples with profound questions concerning life's meaning, expressing skepticism regarding traditional beliefs surrounding justice and divine purpose. Yet, amidst these existential musings, there emerges an earnest search for meaning and understanding and a recognition of the importance of enjoying life's simple pleasures in the here and now. Such writings allow readers to feel a sense of camaraderie and connection in their struggles and uncertainties, resonating with their questions about faith, existence, and the divine plan. In conclusion, the narratives we've explored present a compelling overview in which skepticism, doubt, and faith serve as interwoven components of a holistic spiritual journey. They convey an essential truth that faith can indeed flourish alongside skepticism, leading to deeper self-awareness, significant growth, and genuinely authentic relationships with the divine and among ourselves. By embracing doubt, individuals can engage with their faith in a meaningful and honest manner, reflecting the intricate complexities of the human experience within their spiritual lives. As we reach the conclusion of our thorough exploration into Beyond Belief, how skepticism and faith coexist in biblical narratives, we take a moment to reflect on the intricate relationship between doubt and belief as portrayed throughout the sacred scriptures. Within the pages of the Bible, we frequently observe various characters navigating the tumultuous waters of uncertainty, confronting critical moments that challenge their very understanding of faith and its role in their lives. Among these narratives, the story of Job stands out prominently as it encapsulates deep suffering that coexists with unwavering faith in God's ultimate purpose. Job's heartfelt lamentations and his earnest inquiries regarding divine justice represent profound skepticism, yet his ultimate trust in God serves as a poignant illustration of the complex coexistence of doubt and faith in our lives. This nuanced interplay suggests that skepticism is not necessarily antithetical to belief. Rather, it can enrich and enhance our understanding of faith itself and broaden our perspectives. For example, when we consider the influential figure of Thomas, who is frequently referred to as Doubting Thomas, we encounter a disciple who required tangible evidence in order to fully believe in the resurrection of Christ. Thomas's doubts ultimately became a bridge toward a much deeper faith when he personally encountered the risen Christ. This significant moment stands as a powerful lesson for all of us. It is not just acceptable but beneficial to ask questions and seek proof. Faith can emerge triumphantly from the ashes of skepticism and doubt when we approach our inquiries with sincerity and earnestness. Additionally, within the pages of the New Testament, the Apostle Paul exemplifies this dynamic as well. Initially a fervent persecutor of Christians, his remarkable transformation into one of the most prolific writers of New Testament theology was birthed from a profound encounter with the divine that shattered his previous misconceptions. Paul's journey signifies that skepticism can serve as a genuine catalyst for faith when it is engaged with earnestly and sincerely as part of our search for meaning and understanding. In contemporary society, where skepticism towards religious narratives and doctrines is increasingly prevalent, we often overlook the essential value of inquiry in shaping our beliefs and understanding of spiritual systems. Instead of continuing to view doubt as a barrier to faith, we can instead embrace it as a vital component of our spiritual growth and our journey toward understanding. When we question our beliefs, we actively seek deeper understanding, which naturally leads us to more profound convictions grounded in truth. This approach inspires us to dig deeper into the teachings and texts situated within the Bible while enhancing our overall spiritual growth and awareness. In summary, both skepticism and faith possess the potential to coexist harmoniously, enriching our spiritual journeys along the way. Rather than perceiving them as opposites locked in battle, we should recognize them as dual forces that promote deeper understanding, compassion, and spiritual development. As we navigate our own beliefs and faith journeys, let us encourage honesty, foster inquiry, and acknowledge that faith often thrives alongside doubt and questioning. The biblical narratives clearly demonstrate that it is through our struggles with skepticism that our faith can discover its most authentic and genuine expression in our lives. Therefore, let us embrace our questions, confront our uncertainties, and strive for a more sincere and meaningful relationship with God and the divine. As we continue this ongoing discussion, it's imperative to recognize how church teachings and traditions have historically responded to skepticism. Many critical theological debates have arisen as early Christian communities grappled with various doubts stemming from their encounters with the surrounding world and its diverse interpretations of faith. The early church was often embroiled in serious discussions regarding the very nature of Christ, the essential doctrine of salvation, and the ever-pervasive presence of evil and its implications. Rather than dismissing these inquiries, these dialogues prompted deeper theological reflection and engagement, ultimately leading to the shaping of the fundamental foundations of Christian doctrine as we know them today. Consider, for example, the historic Council of Nicaea convened in 325 AD, which aimed to address the Arian controversy concerning the nature of Jesus Christ. This pivotal event showcased that grappling with doubts and engaging in rigorous theological discussions can significantly strengthen the faith community as a whole. The Church actively encouraged constructive dialogue and debate, resulting in an affirmation of core tenets that continue to shape Christian beliefs, practices, and theology to this day. In our modern context, many denominations remain engaged in ongoing discussions surrounding fundamental beliefs and doctrines, seeking to proactively respond to contemporary doubts surrounding faith and spirituality. Matters pertaining to evolution, social justice, and interfaith relations invite diverse interpretations and foster a spirit of healthy skepticism. Progressive theologians, for instance, actively aim to reconcile scientific discovery and inquiry with the rich narratives found within biblical texts. This ongoing discourse reflects a vital flexibility within faith traditions, allowing them to accommodate skepticism while simultaneously cultivating faith, understanding, and conviction among their adherents. Such adaptability is essential as it equips individuals to navigate their personal spiritual journeys with confidence and grace within the modern world. Faith communities are increasingly recognizing that embracing skepticism can lead to a richer, more fulfilling experience of faith and spirituality. Acknowledging doubts fosters authenticity within believers as they engage in worship and share their testimonies, promoting a comprehensive understanding of spirituality that resonates deeply with their lived experiences and struggles. In conclusion, the coexistence of skepticism and faith fosters an environment where individuals can openly express their doubts and uncertainties without fear of judgment or reprimand. Communities that promote openness, inquiry, and vulnerability are not only thriving in their faith, but are also becoming spaces for genuine exploration, dialogue, and spiritual growth. As we consider our own roles within these faith communities, let us work diligently to create safe environments where questions about faith can be discussed openly and transformative answers can be pursued collaboratively in spirit and truth. Ultimately, recognizing the intrinsic value of skepticism enriches our faith traditions, reflecting the dynamic, ever-evolving essence of the biblical narratives themselves. As we move forth in our exploration of faith and belief, let us embrace a spirit of inquiry, openness, and compassion that mirrors the essence and teachings of our faith. So, what significance does all this hold for us as individuals navigating our daily lives and the complexities of the modern world? How can we effectively integrate skepticism into our ongoing spiritual practices? One practical approach is to cultivate an attitude of inquiry and reflection within our personal faith. Rather than blindly accepting various teachings or doctrines handed down to us, we can challenge ourselves to explore their foundational principles and implications deeply and thoroughly. This thoughtful process does not imply abandoning our faith. Instead, it represents a remarkable opportunity to deepen our understanding through intentional reflection and examination of our beliefs. Consider the practice of journaling as a powerful tool in this endeavor. By reflectively writing down your questions, concerns, and doubts, along with your thoughts, you can clarify the various areas where you may be wrestling with your faith. This practice allows for profound insights and connections as you navigate and process your beliefs and your journey toward understanding. You might uncover powerful themes, learning moments, and inspirations from Scripture that resonate deeply within your current struggles, illustrating how doubt can serve as a catalyst for a more intimate understanding of God and His purpose for your life. Another effective strategy is to engage in open dialogue with others. By fostering discussions with fellow believers, or even those outside of the faith, you create a rich space for conversation that may bring shared experiences of doubt and belief to light. By encouraging dialogue surrounding skepticism, we create opportunities for mutual learning and the exchange of ideas, allowing believers and non-believers alike to add depth to our faith journeys and communal experiences. Additionally, participating in study groups can establish fertile ground for exploring the intricate layers of complex biblical narratives and concepts. These groups can spark thoughtful discussions around Scripture, fostering an environment that encourages questions rather than quick and easy answers. Such collaborative explorations nourish a sense of community while deepening individual faith, as members support one another in their spiritual inquiries and quests for understanding. As we navigate the often turbulent waters of uncertainty and skepticism, let us remember that faith doesn't have to be blind or unquestioning. Instead, embracing skepticism can lead us to actively engage with our beliefs, enhancing our understanding of ourselves, others, and God. Rather than framing faith and doubt as conflicting, adversarial forces struggling for prominence, Let us celebrate their coexistence as a natural and enriching part of our spiritual journeys. Incorporating skepticism into our spiritual practices not only nurtures our individual beliefs, but also enriches our overall faith journey. This engagement enables us to grow into more thoughtful, compassionate individuals within our communities. By remaining open to exploration, thoughtful inquiry, and dialogue, we can deepen our faith and strengthen the bonds we share with one another. Indeed, skepticism can illuminate pathways toward a deeper, richer, and more resilient faith that enhances our spiritual lives. As we wrap up our enlightening exploration into how skepticism and faith coexist within biblical narratives, we are reminded that our spiritual journeys are deeply personal yet universally shared across cultures and time. The struggle between doubt and belief transcends mere theological concepts. It represents a fundamental human experience that reaches across generations, intersecting with our modern lives and contexts. The Bible showcases diverse examples of individuals grappling with their faith amid uncertainty, making their experiences relatable to our lives today. It is essential to honor our spiritual stories and journeys, recognizing that moments of doubt can pave the way toward greater understanding, insight, and deeper faith. As we read these narratives, we find solace and comfort in knowing that we are not alone in our struggles with doubt and uncertainty. The biblical figures and their journeys impart valuable lessons about the human condition. They remind us that questioning our beliefs is not an act of defiance, but rather constitutes a courageous step toward deeper faith and the pursuit of genuine truth that resides within us all. In practical terms, we may encounter moments of doubt during our times of prayer, worship, or even amid crises of faith that test our core beliefs. At these critical junctures, we can choose to lean into our faith, rather than shy away from it in fear or uncertainty. By fully embracing our questions and struggles, we allow ourselves to develop a relationship with God that is dynamic, authentic, and ever-evolving. It is through our moments of questioning that we can uncover hidden layers of meaning, connection, and purpose, ultimately leading to significant spiritual growth and transformation in our lives. Let us also take a moment to appreciate the rich tapestry of diverse faith traditions that have evolved over the centuries. Each tradition, with its unique perspective, addresses the coexistence of skepticism and belief, inviting us into meaningful dialogue and exploration. The myriad viewpoints and interpretations offered can further enrich our understanding and appreciation of the intricacies and complexities of faith itself, providing opportunities for learning and growth. As we conclude our discussions, let's remember that faith represents a journey rather than a final, static destination. We are all traversing this shared road together, navigating through both doubt and affirmations, struggles and victories in our lives. Let us prioritize creating an atmosphere conducive to dialogue, remain open to life's questions, and lend our support to one another as we explore the beautiful spectrum of faith that exists alongside skepticism in our spiritual lives. With this in mind, I encourage you to keep questioning, continue seeking, and foster the growth of your faith amidst the challenges of doubt and uncertainty. As we embrace this coexistence of skepticism and faith, may we find ourselves ever more aligned with the divine purpose and calling in our lives. Thank you for joining us on this thoughtful exploration, and we eagerly anticipate our future discussions on the perspectives of the Bible, where faith, skepticism, and inquiry